Hey, Cooking with Bob, are you tired of your eggs sticking to your cast iron? Well, you need to watch this video because I'm going to show you the tip and trick to not have your eggs stick in your cast iron. Let's get underway. We're going to make some omelets. We got some eggs, some cheese, some onion, a little tomato to put on the top, a little bit of salt and pepper. I'm gonna make omelets this evening, but anything works. If you want to fry them, scramble them, sunny side up, over easy. However you cook your eggs, this is gonna work. All right, let's set this cast iron skillet aside for a minute and get all this prepped. We're gonna slice this onion up real quick. I like to cut them in about 1/4-inch pieces. You can cut them however you want. There's all different tricks. Cooking with Bob's not known for his knife skills, as a couple of my buddies always point out to me. So I won't bore you with the cutting of the onion. Let me get them cut up and I'll show you what we're going to do. Got the onions chopped up. You can make them however you want. Sometimes I slice them in the strips and pieces and small chunks and bigger chunks. We are going to cut this tomato up. Just came out of my garden. Nice sharp knife. Get the tomato cut. Okay, this is the tip. Before you start anything, throw the cast iron skillet on medium heat. So let's get that going. The onions are chopped up, the tomatoes are sliced. It's always better to crack them on a flat surface. So let's get 3 eggs in there and we will be ready to go to make an awesome omelet on a cast iron skillet. So the key to this whole thing, get that pan pretty hot. And I'm mixing up whisking these eggs together with a fork. One thing I do know, if you kind of go back and forth instead of in a circle, you shouldn't have any of that white, like super thick. That will help combine the eggs better. So one of them tricks I learned from, I don't know, somebody, my mom, my grandma, a YouTuber, I don't know. But I've been doing it this way. You shouldn't see how there's none of that white, like big clumpy stuff. Let's get a little pepper. Pick this up at the store. That's kind of cool. Double-sided, you can do pepper, do a little salt. Not much salt, we're not big salt people. Combine that. So the next trick to not sticking is you have to have some fat. So we'll have about a tablespoon of butter and a little bit of cooking oil. You can use whatever you want, bacon grease. You just have to have a little bit of fat. So we'll just hit it with some oil, put that butter in the middle. I do like a spatula similar to this. It just has a little bit of angle so I can get in there and move the eggs around. So we're going to use that as our Flippin Device. Flippin Device? Or turner? Egg turner? I don't know. Whatever you call it. Let me know in the comments. Okay, we're checking this butter and oil. It looks like it's pretty hot. All right, here it is, the moment of truth. This is the trick right here. Just some water. You don't need much. A lot of times I wash my hands and I just dip it. And I'll show you. So you want that pan to be sizzling before you put them eggs in there. That's the trick. It's got to be hot. Turn the heat down. This water should dance in this pan. So let's see if we're there yet. See how that's dancing in there? It's not quite there around the edges. If you notice here on the edge, not quite hot enough. So we need to go a little bit longer. I'll turn it up just a smidge. We don't want to burn that butter, of course, but we need to have that pan pretty hot for this to work. So while the pan's still going, I'm gonna get a few of these onions right before the eggs, kind of saute them, and then I put the cheese inside. You can't ever have too much cheese, right? I can smell the oil and the butter, so we're probably getting pretty close. I did turn it back up. We're getting pretty hot now, just starting to get, yep, that's what you want. Turn it all the way down, and let's see if I can do this. vegetables ahead of time. Depends how you like them. We love onions, so it's like not a big deal if they're a little bit on the raw side. See how that's smoking? That's what you want. You have to have a pretty hot skillet. Just throw them in that butter and oil for just a short period of time. Doesn't take long. We got a pretty hot pan going here. And if you miss a few, not a big deal. Get them a little bit cooked. Let's double check with some water. That should be perfect. Eggs, and we're gonna put them in this pan. What I usually do is I try to go right in the center, go slow. Just try to make it, see how it's kind of bubbling up? That's what you want. It'll start pulling away. I'm using I think this is my 16-inch. If you can use a bigger cast iron skillet, I think it's a little bit better. So as you can see, we're starting to pull a little bit on the edges. And then the trick I use, just tilt the pan, move that egg, tilt the pan, and you can just move the egg so that you don't have to try to flip this egg. You let that set up. You can always, take the fork, move some of this runny egg part over to the side here where it's cooking the most, and I tore it. See, that just goes to show you how easy it's going to be, hopefully. That's all I do. I don't flip this part, I just do that. Now, the question is, and you need to answer in the comments, do you like to put your inside filling in your omelet in the center, do a double flip, or do you do a half flip? I do both. So I think I'm going to do it in the center. Like I said, we like onions. If you don't, this might not appeal to you. Hopefully you like onions. You think I'm going to be able to flip this? That's $1 million question. I'm a pretty good omelet maker. Learned these tricks a long time ago. So now we just want to check it. See how it's, see. Now if I had that fish fillet spatula, it would be a lot better, but let's see if I can do it. I think I can get in there. Yep. Get under there. Flip. Look at that. Now you can flip this side this way or the whole thing over. I usually slide it over to this side. And right there. There is the trick to cooking eggs on a cast iron skillet. Just pulled it off on live video. Well, not really live video, but you're watching it for the first time live. We are at a campground, so campground cooking, it has a lot to do with paper plates. And that, my friends, is a beautiful omelet. That thing is cooked to perfection, didn't stick in the cast iron. The trick is you gotta get it hot. Don't be impatient. I kind of broke my own rule. I always put the cast iron on before I start prepping any of the food, but hey, we got caught up. It all worked out. I don't know what else to say. It's just a thing of beauty. I love omelets. And I'm gonna make me an omelet. Look at that one. That one's a little browner, and then you can go this way too. There we have it, a 3-egg omelet with a little onion, cheese. We're gonna throw a couple tomatoes on top of here, and we're gonna call that a wrap. That's a pretty nice omelet. Do me a favor, if you try this out, it works, come back, watch the video again, hit that like, subscribe, and notification button. Appreciate you watching. Hopefully you find a few tricks. Enjoy the cooking with Bob method of making omelets on a cast iron skillet. Have a great day.